What's up, guys? Well, right now we're going to be in Georgia and we're going to see how the law enforcement out there are just arresting sober drivers and throwing them in jail. Why? They don't care. They're going to make you think they care. They don't. Because it's going to cost them one way or the other. Blood tests show hundreds of Georgians charged with DUI were sober. Hundreds of Georgians were arrested for DUI in 2025. Later were proven to be sober by a GBI blood test. Through open records request, now the news had to get through open records request get this information. The news obtained records showing that 701 people tested by the GBI in 2025 had no illegal or prescription drugs in their systems during toxicology screenings. Again, you think law enforcement cares? They don't. They're just on to the next one. Anyway, also, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to their channel. Click the button. It's free. Georgia, arresting sober drivers. That's where I with this one. Let's take it from the top.
Gates is looking into major questions about the accuracy of sobriety tests being used across our state. And we talked to one Georgia senior who was stone cold sober but arrested for DUI.
Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray has been looking into those tests and how officers are being trained to use them. He's live now. And Justin, how accurate is this training at identifying people who are under the influence?
Yeah, George, think about the flip of a coin. Heads or tails, the most recent major studies into marijuana and field sobriety tests finds that the officers in those cases judge the sober drivers as under the influence about half the time. No better than the flip of a coin.
It's a big deep breath and then blow.
This was it. When Lenny Daniel thought this roadside police stop on his way home from a Kennesaw gig with his band would finally be over.
I thought once I blew into the breath test, I felt like I'd be home within 30 minutes. That was not the case.
Instead, seconds later, it was this.
All right, hey, one more thing. There's a camera. If you can turn the green light, don't move. Nope. You're being placed on arrest for DUI, okay?
Really?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness. And I said, did the breath test show anything?
So the breathalyzer was 0, okay?
And when it's 0, they always go to drugs.
And I believe it, but it's the other evaluations and things that I did.
Those other evaluations.
This right here is total bullshit. He is checking his pupils to see if they are equal and reactive to light. You can't fake that. These people are a bunch of liar pants on fire.
Or something called Advanced Roadside Impairment Driver Enforcement, ARIDE, a 16-hour course teaching police officers how to perform field sobriety tests.
I believe that you're under the influence of some kind of drug.
That's always the next go-to. When you blow 0 on that portable breathalyzer, 9 times out of 10 they're going to say drugs. You can't win with these people.
Lenny Daniel was charged by Kennesaw police with DUI. The 65-year-old widower spent the night in the Cobb County Jail.
I've driven for Meals on Wheels for 28 years as a volunteer. And I thought, are they going to still let me drive?
It wasn't until 6 months later that an official blood test finally proved what he'd been trying to say all along. There were no drugs in his system.
I did well, I thought, on the sobriety test. He did not think I did well.
That word, think, is important.
They never do.
Because as much as the training materials we reviewed present this as, quote, scientifically validated, critics say
it's junk science.
It's not.
We're using supposedly scientific evidence that has very high false positive rates.
But these officers don't know that.
They have no clue.
For more than a decade, Joshua
You think for 1 minute they have no clue?
was a Roswell police officer. He was also an instructor for both ARIDE and the even more advanced Drug Recognition Experts Program. Ott now believes there is no evidence that the roadside tests he taught are accurate for drugs.
Officers want to do the right thing.
So why did Ott change his mind? Scientific studies, including this 2023 Journal of the American Medical Association look at field sobriety tests and marijuana.
Basically, the officers could have administered all these tests or flipped a quarter.
In the journal study, officers classified 49% of the placebo group, the sober group, impaired. You're seeing a level of false positives that if we were grading in a classroom, you would not pass.
Exactly, and that's the problem.
With Lenny Daniels' stop, the officers followed their training. We looked at the A-Ride training manual. It teaches officers, quote, research has demonstrated officers are more likely to err on behalf of the defendant.
Do you believe that?
And that's what you're trained.
And that's just flat out wrong.
The data proves 100% that that's wrong.
What I always ask the jury is, have you ever made a mistake at work? And everyone raises their hand.
Kim Keeley-Fry used to prosecute DUI cases. Now she defends against them. She says she asked police officers on the witness stand that same question.
It's always, no, I have never made a mistake arresting someone.
Kennesaw police would not talk to us on camera, sending us instead the results of an internal investigation into Daniel's case where, quote, no policy violations were found. The investigation concluded that probable cause existed for the arrest.
It becomes a, well, are you going to believe the officer or are you going to believe this person who's charged with a crime?
I feel like it's sort of you're set up to fail that if they want you to fail it.
Yep.
It was 6 months after his arrest that Lenny Daniels' DUI charge was finally dropped. But he still had to pay a fine for a traffic violation.
Of course, they're going to get you one way or the other.
Now, we asked the GBI for data on drug test results. And 2025 of the 6,600 toxicology tests run in Georgia, about half, 3,600, came back positive for marijuana. That does not include other positive tests for other drugs like cocaine or opioids. But pot is, according to the GBI, overwhelmingly the second highest DUI cause after alcohol. So that gives us...
But still, what would that number be on the scale?
Kind of a picture of what's happening.
Channel 2 Action
What's
News
happening? Stop. Next.
Called sober but arrested for driving under the influence. Good evening. I'm Linda Stouffer.
And I'm George Estevez. An exclusive Channel 2 Action News investigation now finds hundreds of Georgians charged with DUI later had GBI blood tests come back clean of drugs and alcohol. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray joining us live now from GBI headquarters in DeKalb County. And Justin, you've been reporting for months now about concerns surrounding the accuracy of these field sobriety tests.
And George, the term GBI uses is not detected. It's right here on this tox screen. I asked them for all the tox screens that came back not detected, not just for illegal drugs, but prescription drugs as well. It's more than 700 in 2025. That's 700 Georgians who the evidence proves were not under the influence.
Yep, that's what I thought.
A 0 on the breathalyzer for 19-year-old McLean Finneran.
It's a big deep breath, and then blow. Blow. Keep going.
The same thing for Lenny Daniel.
So the breathalyzer was 0, okay? And I believe it, but it's the other evaluations and things that I did.
Both men we've introduced you to in a series of Channel 2 Action News investigations were arrested for DUI anyway in 2025, based on their performance on field sobriety tests. Thrown in jail, suspected of being high on drugs.
Field sobriety tests are not meant to pass. Don't take them.
GBI blood tests later proved both were stone cold sober.
It's a shame to being arresting, innocent people like that who did nothing wrong.
Channel 2 Action News Investigates has now obtained data from the GBI showing how many Georgians charged with DUI were also clean of any drugs and alcohol. We asked for how many people in 2025 got the same result as McLean Finneran's tox screen, not detected for any illegal and prescription drugs. There were 701 of those totally clean blood screens in 2025. We met back up with Lenny Daniel to show him what we found.
Oh, that's rough. That just seems like that something needs to change there. There's a problem with that being the case. That's a huge number.
You're seeing a level of false positives that if we were grading in a classroom, you would not pass.
Exactly, and that's the problem.
Joshua used to train other police officers on field sobriety testing. Now he believes those roadside tests designed to catch drunk drivers are not accurate for drugs. In a 2023 Journal of American Medicine study on marijuana and field sobriety tests, officers classified 49% of the sober group impaired.
Basically, the officers could have administered all these tests or flipped a quarter.
GBI only screens for drugs for blood tests that were not over the legal limit for alcohol. Those 701 people with clean screens, that's more than 10% of the Georgians tested in 2025.
I knew it would probably be higher than we thought, but I just didn't know it would be that high.
Now, when GBI provided me with this data, they did warn us that it's an estimate. They say it comes from queries to their database, and each individual case hasn't been specifically verified. We'll continue to track this for you. We're live at GBI headquarters in DeKalb County. Justin Gray.
Thank you, Justin. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, 82% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button. It's free. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.